Well, to discuss the politics of black hair, I'm joined now in the studio by one woman entrepreneur who's joined forces with other women to celebrate the history of African hair during Black History Month this October here in the UK. Katrina, Emmanuel from Main Divas. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. We were just talking as that video was running, and you were expressing some surprise that there weren't that many people who seemed to be in support of having relaxed hair. I mean, why is hair so political?
I think it's very political. I suppose because it's probably the first thing that you see, and I think you know, years ago it was quite the norm for black women to have relaxed hair or straight weaves, and as time's gone on in the last maybe 4 or 5 years, that's declined. You know, relaxers are now in the bargain bins in the hair shops. It's just because women just want to wear their hair as it naturally is. Yeah.
Is it fair to say that black hair has had a raw deal because black women were in fact discriminated against and made fun of because of their hair? Especially in the West, actually.
Yes and no. I do feel like a lot of it comes from within our own cultures, to be honest. You know, when I wear my hair out at work, my white colleagues, you know, I work in quite a corporate environment, they welcome it. I find that most of the discrimination actually comes from other black women or other black men, to be honest.
So tell us about what appears to be this political voice of those who say natural hair means being a real African or real black sort of thing. I mean, that's partly what you're trying to do with the campaign that you're launching at Black History Month, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, we're trying and, you know, deviate from this whole, you know, what's going on at the moment, the black hair in the news all being negative. We're trying to celebrate it. You know, you can wear your hair in afro, you can wear it slicked back, you can do whatever you like, really. You know, it shouldn't really be, you know, you're more black if you do or you don't. I mean, I don't really understand that statement at all, to be honest. I can do both.
So tell us what you're actually doing for Black History Month as it relates to black hair.
Okay, so we're having an event called HairStories, which basically celebrates the history of black hair. So we're going back to, you know, why do people braid their hair? What is behind it? What happened with the black comb? When did that first come about? You know, the history of that. Also involving the children, because that's what we think is very important. You know, our children that we're bringing up in, you know, this day and age, they are becoming more into the natural environment because relaxers not as popular as it was before. Our children are going to school. You've probably seen it on the news. Some of them are being discriminated against, and we have to teach them that, you know, this is something that you was born with. It's very natural, and you wear it with pride. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about your company, Main Divas. I presume you deal with hair.
Yes.
I mean, what sort of problems will all this politics around hair create? Because, I mean, this is a multi-billion-dollar business. People are making money out of weaves and so on. How is that going to affect the economy of hair?
Well, I mean, myself, I make hair products, so I suppose from my point of view, it's not really going to affect me per se, but it is affecting the shops. The people that are selling relaxers, the people that are even selling the straight hair extensions, you can see it definitely is affecting them. The relaxers definitely on the decline, mainly because of the health benefits as well. People are starting to see the relaxers not very healthy.
Yeah, they actually make your hair drop off.
Yeah, exactly, and you can actually, you know, I have just used gel today in my hair and water, and some of my products,
well, I have to say your hair looks rather nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and you can achieve the same look without actually putting these chemicals in your hair. And I think people are starting to realise this. And as we're educating them, that is what my company is about. We're all about education. We do classes. We're trying to show people, you know, how to look after your hair healthily. Not necessarily naturally, you know. It's up to you.
And briefly, you've got an event at the end of this month. Tell us about it. Is that the 29th?
29th of October. So we have an event on 29th of October in Westminster College. It's called HairStories. Myself and 2 other entrepreneurs, along with other black businesses, we'll be having a marketplace, but like I said, we're also going to be having lots of workshops to basically educate people about the history of black hair and why it's so important.
Katrina, Emmanuel from Main Divas, and of course, talking rather keenly there about the politics of black hair. Thank you ever so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.